Hi, my name is Michael Matsubara. I've been with Verizon since 2017, and before this role, I was an inside sales specialist on the consumer side.
Hi, my name is Joshua Lyons. I've been with Verizon for just going on 10 years now, and my previous role was R2B account manager.
Hi, my name is Elijah, and I've been with Verizon for 15, going on 16 years. And prior to my role in inside sales, I was a solutions manager for the Destin, Florida location.
Hey, my name's Cal. I have been with Verizon for 5 years now, and I recently moved over from Verizon Connect.
Hello, everyone. My name is Santi, and I've been with Verizon for 11 years. In my previous role, I was an acting supervisor for Verizon Consumer Inside Sales.
Hi, my name is Tanner McClure, and I've been with the company for about 10 years now. Prior to this role, I spent the past 2 years on active duty orders on the southwest border, and then with my home state here in Minnesota.
Hi, my name's Kimberly Felty. I've been with the company for 15 years. I came from B2B into V2B and love this channel.
Hi, my name's Aaron Daup. I have been with the company for almost 8 years. My previous role was a business account manager for retail.
Hey, what's up, V2B? This is Raquel. I've been with Verizon 25 years this year, and most recently was in Connect. I left the Shark Tank, and I'm coming back into the Lion's Den, ready to go.
Hey everyone, I'm Gio. Been with the company 14 years. My previous role was in the consumer inside sales team.
Hello, my name is Jason Smith. I have been with Verizon Wireless for almost 7 years now.
What I've liked the most about transition was getting to know my peers, their career path, their journey, and what they bring to the table, as well as working with our leaders and coaches, which have made it extremely easy for us to be here today.
What I liked most about transition was meeting all the new people, being able to learn from some of the best. I mean, I've had an opportunity to work with some of the really, really good reps that have come from R2B and Connect and other inside sales roles. And it was really a great opportunity to be able to work with them, still some best practices, and apply them in my current role.
I would say my favorite part of transition was just the camaraderie and just the relationships between everybody else in the class together. There was no moment where we felt alone. Everybody always had each other's backs, and it was incredibly impactful.
My favorite part about transition has definitely been the ability to work in a stress-free environment, to better work on myself, to acclimate to new systems, new clientele, new products, all within the scope of working with amazing people who are always able to start the day with a laugh and end it with a laugh. So that was something that I very much enjoyed.
My favorite part of transition was just kind of getting to meet everyone, learn about them, learn things from them, and just kind of network and good camaraderie, fun times.
My favorite part about transition was working side by side with the coaches on the phones, implementing their best practices to make me successful.
My biggest takeaway is learning the things and making myself uncomfortable with new processes. I think when you're uncomfortable, you're learning.
Biggest takeaway thing that I learned from transition is just to, take your time, be curious, and when you got those inbound calls, make the most of them and build for the future.
My biggest takeaway so far throughout the transition process is how I built relationships with my partners from other channels, the amount of support that we have, and also building a reputation and long-term relationship with existing businesses.
My biggest takeaways are to stay organized, stay ready in the queue, and make sure to follow up with our customers and send follow-up emails.
My biggest takeaway out of transition is discovery, discovery, discovery. We have so many products and solutions that we can present to our customers. And of course, having the right questions in place is what will lead to success.
I think my biggest takeaway is how prepared I feel to hit the ground running. This program was so put together, and learning each and every tool that we have in our bucket of resources and knowing where to go for our resources, knowing what to bookmark, and having everything at your fingertips ready to go each morning. It just makes you feel, ready to get up every morning and tackle the day, because it's going to be a good one.
After being away from the business for over 2 years now, I found that many of the selling behaviors and habits I had prior to leaving had kind of faded away. And then going through this new hire training again, along with the support of my transition coach with, the weekly one-on-ones and side-by-side selling, made it feel easier, and I thought was incredibly helpful. It allowed me to view the sales process through a completely different lens and helped me relearn and refine key techniques.
My journey through transition and training was a fun one, a very big learning curve. As I said, coming from retail, being a consumer sales manager, always having an R2B to depend on, it was definitely a challenge for me, but a really good challenge to take these business solutions and the best practices that I've learned from my peers and apply them to be as successful as I can be in this role.
The training program was like drinking through a fire hose, but with breaks in between to make sure that everybody was on task and knew where they should be and that nobody was left behind. The extensive training in each tool that we had was just absolutely phenomenal. I've been with Verizon for 15 years and I've never seen a training like this. Totally impressed and can't wait to hit the ground running.
My journey through training and transition would be kind of a wake-up call, I guess, knowing that we're all coming from our being the best in our positions wherever we were previously to now we're kind of starting at the maybe the beginning of the ladder again at the first ring. So it was a humbling experience, but I've definitely gotten a lot more confident in my role since the start.
Transition was definitely a roller coaster of emotions, but one thing I promised myself before starting was I would not get consumed by the stress I knew this would cause. I really did take this as nothing more than a learning experience. I took it one day at a time, and I tried my very best every single day.
In my opinion, our journey was a real good one. The coaches and the trainers did a great job answering questions, keeping us on task, and as someone who has already been through the consultative selling, they kept me engaged and interested.
Overall, I'm incredibly grateful for this transition period. It gave me the time and support I need to rebuild my confidence and sharpen my skills before rejoining my team next month.
Final thoughts on this is I think it's great. I think you should always try to grow and become a better rep, better person. If you're not growing, you're standing still. So I think that's what's best. All right. Have a good one, guys.
Final thoughts would be just that I'm very thankful and grateful to the transition coaches, my supervisor who actually hired me, to Joe and to Brian, to helping us throughout the way, and just all of the team and staff and support system that we have that's helpful and always eager to help whenever we need it.
Thinking about leaving training is overwhelming in some aspects, but also super excited to get out and get to the new normal, meet my team, get into a good rhythm with the daily, learn the expectations from my boss, and just go out there and have fun and make some money.
I want to thank all of my coaches along the way, Nate, Shayla, Amanda, Edgar, Joe. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for teaching me all your best practices and helping me when I was in doubt. Super excited to join Vanessa's team. Can't wait to implement everything I've learned throughout the transition and training process.
As we're approaching graduation day, it's crazy to think about how fast these 2 months have gone by and the relationships that we were able to build with each other. These are going to carry on for many years to come, and I'm truly just so excited to get to move on to my permanent team and have the ability to support our customers in the best way possible, but also support our families in the same time. We're given an unbelievable position to make sure that we are there for everybody at every point in time, and I'm truly just so excited.